channel. Welcome back to another video. We're looking at the AUD/JPY, and so what I wanted to do is I wanted to share with you guys just a concept of thought about reversals, specifically like New York reversals. So we're looking at AUD/JPY on a 3-hour time frame. You can see that we're coming off a reset here. Okay, so we should be looking for sell setups essentially. If we actually zoom out, let's say to a daily time frame real quick, you could see that all around this area here, all around this area is essentially structure that also has orders, right, that market makers want to grab. So if we go back down to the 3-hour time frame, essentially what can you see? Well, if you're looking at this from that perspective of you have structure here that also has orders lying there, you're coming off a reset, you're going to want to see price action being driven down into this area so market makers can grab orders, right? So now if we look at the 15-minute time frame today, here's exactly what happened. You could see the drive first started around 9 o'clock during the Asian session. Now, very important is I want you guys to see this candle here closes below that wick. So that automatically starts to drive down the price. Obviously it comes back up, moves sideways, and then boom, we have a huge move down. Okay, that huge move down is basically the move that market makers need to make to grab the orders. Essentially what you can see here on the 3-hour time frame is you see how they go well beyond that particular area. Now this is very good to know because when you see that kind of behavior, almost leaves you to having a pre-assumption of what would happen during the New York session. So what I mean by that is if you look at what happened here at the New York session, at the end of the London session, price automatically just stops. Now think about this. You're going straight down at 150 miles per hour and then all of a sudden you just stop. Why would you just stop? What's the purpose of it stopping there specifically is what you got to ask yourself. We come back up again and then we drive into that area again. Once we go into that area, look what happens. So you end up getting what we like to call a multi-session trade setup, right? A multi-session type 1 is what it is because the first leg is in the London session, second leg is in the New York session. If both legs were in the New York session, then it would just be a reversal. Curiously enough, if we put in the EMAs on here for some context of where we could go to. So here we have the EMAs, and obviously you guys know from the multitude of videos that I've done is that anytime we get either a reversal or a multi-session, we're always trying to take it to the 50 because 50 is where typically we find the majority of the time it just stops, right? And it just continues to go sideways. Now, can we get a trade setup out of this, okay, to take it back up to the 50? And can we get a good, decent risk to reward ratio? So you can see here that by putting your stop loss below the closest low, which is the bottom of the wick, and then going after this candle, this star pattern here, you'd be going up to the 50 EMA. That'll give you over a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, over 45 pips. That's your trade right there, guys. That's literally your trade. So now if we measure this out from the reset to where price action is right now, it's about 421 pips. If we go down to 1-hour time frame to see the ADR here, you can see that the ADR is basically around 120, 118, give or take. So if we take the 420 and we divide that by the 118, let's say, you basically get about 3.5 times ADR. Okay, so that should automatically tell you that this reversal that we got here, this type 1 that we got on a 15-minute time frame, could potentially lead to creating a new peak formation on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, now the reason that I say that is if we go back up to the higher time frame, you can see that we've already grabbed all of the orders here. Okay, that would be a perfect time for this to create a new peak formation. Now whether or not that peak formation actually holds to go back up or not and complete another cycle is a different story, because you can see from the daily time frame we're in a clear downtrend. From the daily, you can see here we've been doing nothing but moving straight down, creating lower lows. This is a brand new lower low. So what do I expect from this is the fact that we could expect to see peak formation low form here, a move up and then a reset, basically like this. Peak formation and then another reset to continue the move lower. Based on the daily, okay, we have a lot of space to be able to continue the move and continue to sell off on this particular pair. You could see here that this huge move that happened back in March of 2022 was not fully covered yet, because all of this, if you remember on all the JPY pairs, was running up, right? This run up never got covered fully. So here is the chance for price action to come down and cover this entire area. 141 more pips that needs to be covered. What is the possibility for this to becoming a reset? It's probably pretty good, because if you get a reset here, let's say if you create the peak formation and then you get a reset to go up maybe, I don't know, let's say 200 pips or so, right, which is not a full cycle. You reset and then now you have 200 pips to go plus another 141. That gives you another cycle. That other cycle will basically allow price action to completely cover this entire news cycle that happened here back in March of 2022, and then we can go ahead and get another cycle back down. Okay, so that's how I'm thinking this could play out, is a new peak formation low here followed by another reset, and then going back down again to cover that. I want you guys to just understand the logic and the thinking that I'm using to understand what are the possibilities, okay, of what I would like to see happen. Now, just because I like to see something happen doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but I definitely do expect to at least get a peak formation low here. And let's start with that first. If we can at least get that first, then we can go ahead and move on to the next step, which is seeing if we can get a reset to occur. So I hope that this video was helpful. I hope it brought you more insight as to how I think about the markets when I'm looking at possibilities of what could happen. All right, till the next video, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week.
Guys, if you need any more help, join us on FXN Plus. It's available right now on fxntrading.com. You'll get a lot of different value from FXN Plus. For example, blueprint videos, 9 sessions, 14 hours long, over 100 hours right now of group session videos from the past 2 years. Over 100 hours we're up to right now on these sessions. You also get weekly sessions every Sunday. Ask as many questions as you want. I actually give a weekly analysis during those sessions, and I also give a midweek analysis that I put up on the website for everyone to see as well. You get access to the MT4 and MT5 indicators that everyone asked for. That's how you get access to them. Private group, trading plan, custom trading journal. I mean, everything you could possibly want is on FXN Plus. Guys, join us there. If you need any more help, we'll be more than happy to help you. We'll see you on FXN Plus.